It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about Stort.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So here are the Bengals now in great field position to start. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first
play, picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Gordon. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure. They got him again. Dio Odengbo in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Shifts by him. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
To throw on 3rd down. Gordon. He's going to go deep for Beasley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals.
They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Off the play fake. Gordon. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon.
He'll go right back to Beasley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And the Bengals are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Back to throw again. And Beasley with it over the middle. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He will push his way down to about the 14. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Gordon. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Bass on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
yards now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
To throw again on second down. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Now, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a...
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carmichael. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Gordon. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Gordon. Now they go screen. It's complete. Yet again, just a bruising carry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's going for a Bengal touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Gordon. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. Fighting through pressure. Going for it all. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals continue to pull away here this first half. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third long.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. "36 yards on the punt with no return. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw on second down. Gordon. And that is incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On third down, Carmichael. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, it wasn't a run-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Yates. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. Gordon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. a little something extra in his repertoire.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Nash. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, it's Reeves. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dayo Odengbo able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gordon. And that's complete to Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Gordon. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Gordon.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Then he's got his man here, Beasley. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Dayo Odengbo
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And the Buccaneers have just extended their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Operating from the gun, Gordon. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to throw. Gordon. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right
here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 15. Dances by at the 20.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. Called that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. because it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, are they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.